Hello everyone, it's Tdawg here at Tdawg Trading. Thanks for clicking that link and watching my video. I really appreciate the support. Today was a good day. We were plus green 645. Traded 3 stocks. On one of my trades, I reached a position of 9,000 shares. I typically don't trade with that that large of a position. I'm a 1 to kind of 4,000 shares type. Is kind of where my comfort zone is right now. But got to some pretty big size. Had some really good trades. Had a couple, go the wrong direction, and one that almost stopped me out. Got within 3 cents of my stop there at the end of the day, which would have put me into a red day recap. I know I'm gonna have one, and I know I'm gonna do that video, but I didn't have to do it today. Thanks for my stop not getting hit. So anyway, thanks for joining. If you're interested in day trading, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so that you can see future content as it comes out. Let's get to it. Hello everyone. Today's going to be a little bit different. I had a little bit of an Adobe snafu earlier today, and so I lost the majority of my my cut and edited footage. So I think in the efforts to be able to get out some content and be able to kind of share how I did today, within a short period of when it actually happened, I'm going to go ahead and kind of work through this kind of abbreviated process. So today's going to be a little bit more of a recap. So this is my watch list. Today we had CBIO, ELEV. That was really kind of a gapper, GOVX and STON. Now I ended up trading RDBX and what was our friend? I'll remind myself here in a second. BKSY. So that ended up being things that I didn't know pre-market, but things that ended up coming out of the scanners, and I actually took a trade on it. Today I took a trade on CBIO, RDBX, and BKSY. Did end up 635 for the day. So a good green day. I mean, I think it's definitely excited, about some continued success, and that today wasn't a red day because it came really close. So let me kind of jump into the first to my first trade, and that was on CBIO. Now CBIO came from one of my watch lists. And so if you're unaware, one of the subscriptions that I sign up for is 12-15 day trading. Gentleman's name of Josh, excellent guy. He submits a watch list every day that's a very, what I would call, pinpoint strategy. He's got a very specific support and resistance strategy, that he goes, and every day around 6 o'clock Pacific, obviously 6 o'clock Pacific time, my time, 9 o'clock, Eastern time, he puts out his playlist. Sometimes it's 1 stock, sometimes it's 2 stocks. I've seen as many as 3 or 4 stocks that have very specific plays. In fact, let me just show you a quick example of what that looks like. This is the web platform. There's chat, and this is the watch list. So this was an example back from May 2nd. Stock CYN, identify the support and resistance levels, identified what the news release that caused it. And in almost all cases, his strategy is very continuation based. So the plan was to enter at 580, and of course it must hold support first. So there's actually some different entry methods. He pre-identifies the stop. He identifies the target range, the halfway point, because depending on the entry method can drive how we enter. So if it gets up to the halfway point and comes back and holds for 5 minutes, or whatever the piece is, that's how it's been done. So at the end of the day, his plans are about a 70% win rate, which is excellent. And in most cases, we get between 1.5 and 2 to 1 risk to, reward to risk ratio. So if you're doing 70% and you're doing about one, even if you're doing 1.5 to 1, you can make a very healthy return. So if this service is something that's to me, his service has grounded me. It's given me a go-to. I was losing money and I was going back and forth. I was trying to trade like Ross. I was trying to trade, like a bunch of different traders out there, and I just didn't figure out what I wanted to be yet. And I really credit Josh and his strategy to give, to that grounded me, and my training journey. So, check out the link below, and if it's something that you're interested in, he does have a free watch list Monday, so it's something that you can kind of get involved in if you just want to be able to test it out. But anyway, I just thought I would share that. Um, so um, my first stock I traded was CBIO. Now this was on the watch list for today. Now sometimes, when that watch list comes out and he puts out a plan, sometimes I don't always follow the plan. Shame, shame, shame on me. I get that. But, sometimes I'll enter early. Sometimes I'll approach a couple of different strategies to it. And of course, that's what I was doing today. One of the things that you'll notice is that I'd marked off on the 30-minute chart in this section right here. I'd marked off some, a nice area of support. So pre-market, I was very much looking and hoping that this stock would pull down, pull down, hit that mark. I would have taken an entry. I would have probably given it a 7, maybe 8-cent stop. If I could have got right around that support line, for some upward movement, but that didn't happen. So in this particular case, obviously it's scaled up. It really moved slow. I entered in at 137. Now I was prepared to take entries, as this thing pulled back all the way down to 130. So, I was actually going to scale into this stock down to 130. And that was going to be my plan. I really didn't think it was going to go much lower than 130. So that was kind of my strategy. So I had 1,000 shares at 137. I'm going to kind of fast forward through this. It dipped. And of course, at that dip, I created a support line just, to see, added another 1,000 shares. And then it starts to curl. And essentially I thought that it wasn't going to hold. So, I essentially ended up closing the position up $20. Not a big deal. I did jump back in, right around 10 o'clock, 10:08 for 2,000 shares. I got a partial fill, got me up to 3,100 shares at $1.42. I really was expecting to break. I was expecting 138 to hold, and that was going to be, where I was going to drive. It did not hold. And so, I ended up pulling back, and let me pull the next. Sorry about that. Sorry, I've had this issue today. So again, I'm at 4,000 shares, and it's just not. I think at a 141 position, and then it flushes, as you can see on the screen. It flushes right here, and so now I'm looking. I know I need to cut my loss. I'm trying to see, am I going to get, a piece up so that I can mitigate the risk? And so I thought there was a possibility that this thing was going to curl. I threw an additional order out there, but I also decided, I'm going to put my stop at 130, and I'm just going to take this loss. And then because I can always kind of get back in later if it starts. And that's exactly what happened. I'm now down $444. And again, what happened? My stop was 130. I got stopped out. Guess what the lowest tick was? 130. 130 is where it stopped. So, you know, standard operating procedure, it seems, you know, these days. Um, so here goes. So right at the end, after that stop out, I was looking at RDBX here, right? So I saw this hit here on the 5-minute chart. It hit one, hit two, it hit three. And I'm sitting there thinking this thing is coming back down again. And if it comes back down, I am going to take that. I'm going to take that stock. I'm going to take this, you know, opportunity. And I do right here. I've got 2,000. I got two orders out there for 2,000 shares each at 592 and 591. Um, I thought that was the one that. Sorry about that. Let's see, RDBX. No, I must have missed it. Yeah, I took a 9. I was really wanting to show that because I don't typically take 9,000 shares, you know, a 9,000 share position. But I took a 9,000 share position. I got 3 or 4 cents. I cut my loss from negative 444 to minus 193. I jump in here for 700, then get to 4,000. I'm at 593. I think it pushes down. Oops, nope. I ended up closing out. I got myself up to minus 18 cents. So feeling pretty excited. Already, you know, getting that catalyst going. Um, I get right back in here at 4,000 shares of RDBX again. I get up to 48.89, and I'm able to close at 293. I missed most of this breakout. You know, but again, I was green. I had good size. I got from negative 44 and on a positive 293. So I definitely felt good about that. And you know, I was just happy that that you know I was able to get green. I really thought I was going to be done, right? So. Uh, Here on my last trade or 2 trades of the day, I missed. I had a little quick uh, trade on BKSY, uh, you know, on the long side, and did you know, I think I lost like 15, $20 on that trade. Um, and I'm now sitting at 223. But now, you know, I went ahead and located some. I really was seeing this move. This had a great move today. This was all the way down to 120, 125, and it just kept going up, up, up. This is the 30-minute time frame. This is the only essential pullback, you know, that occurred during this entire day. Every 30-minute bottom of every 30-minute candle was producing higher lows. So this thing needed a flush. It was the late afternoon. I'm just sitting there anticipating it. So I located 3,000 shares. I think I got like $30 or something onto the positive, and then I ended up loading up and used all my shares for 3,000. I'm at 262. And now this thing is, I mean, it literally makes 2 pieces. And so I'm sitting there going, oh my goodness, what have I done? I still thought it was going to pull back. And so I gave it a lot of room. So I finally settled on, you know, we're sitting at 268. I'm at 262. You know, I made the decision. You know, I get up, look at there, I get up to 288. I'm now unrealized minus 739. I said, you know what? I'm going to set my stop at 299. It's likely it's going to go up to 301. It's going to stop me out, and then it's going to flush down. I was anticipating that, but at some point you've got to cut your loss. I've had a really good week. I probably shouldn't have let it I probably should not have ended up being positive on this trade. But as you can kind of see, this thing gets up to there's 293. I'm sitting there right there. There's 296, and I'm $1,000 unrealized. And so I am now 2 pennies, 297. I mean, my stop is at 299. My stop is at 299. So I am 2 cents away from stomping out. But I, get a little bit, it starts to kind of take the move. And then here we go. I set for 275. I really believed that if it could get below 275, that then I was going to, and that's what just happened. And so, I ended up closing 1,000 shares at 260, I believe. Or maybe it was 255. Uh, and obviously now I'm green on the particular trade. And again, keep in mind that I had 223 realized. I took 1,000 off the table just to to mitigate some risk, and then I added to it once it started to flush down, and so that's why I've got 93.91 realized here. And then, of course, now I'm in the green, and I take, what was it? We've got 255, and then 244, and then I think I stopped out at 242. And so I ended up being $645.61 on the positive. So anyway, that's how the day ended. That's how the day went. Again, that last trade, it worked out for me. I got lucky. So yeah, again, I've got to figure out. I mean, I should have set my stop at the at a pivot point. And then, if I still felt good that it was going to flush, then I could have done that, right? So, but feel really good about my red box trades. The got 9,000 shares. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show that one. I apologize. But anyway, it was a green day, 656. You can't complain, about that. If I think at the end of the day, I probably traded for 5 or 6 hours off and on. That's 80, $90 an hour. Not as good as some of these awesome people that, make thousands of dollars in 15 minutes. And, I'm not there yet. But anyway, I'm excited. Thanks for, if you've gotten this far, thanks for sticking around. Hit that like button, and it really helped the channel. Subscribe if you're interested in day trading content. I will start mixing up my content, doing a little bit of recaps, doing some reviews on different products, talking about, how I pick my stocks and those types of things. So I will diversify the type of content that I'm putting out there. Obviously very market trading related, but anyway, thanks again. And y'all have a great day.